This hangout on air is live, folks. Welcome to Troy, Montana. My name is Earl Teets, the founder of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach, who brings you the homebusinesshelper.com. This is our work from home with a proven roadmap hangout. And we still got officially about a minute and a half before we really kick this thing off. But I'm really just trying to introduce who we are and what we're all about. The homebusinesshelper.com is our blog. All the experts online teach you to advertise what you have online and brand yourself as a leader. Our ministry outreach chose the Home Business Helper as our brand. So you'll see our blog, thehomebusinesshelper.com. The purpose behind the Home Business Helper is to help entrepreneurs. And how do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple. We share the truth. Some see the truth, some run from it, some embrace it. And what we do is we help you to embrace it. We don't believe in hype. All we believe in is good, honest work habits with real opportunities that offer people solutions. In other words, there's a lot of people out there purchasing stuff, but wouldn't it make more sense to realize where the money's at and jump right in front of it? And that's what we're talking to you about right here, right now. The hangout has officially kicked off, so we're officially going to be starting, folks. Welcome to the homebusinesshelper.com work from home with a proven roadmap hangout. We're going to get started right now. And it really is a blessing to share facts with you and no hype. So with that being said, my name is Earl Teets from the small town of Troy, Montana. My wife, Darlene, and I are the founders of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach, who brings you the homebusinesshelper.com. Our passion is in helping people create success with entrepreneurship from the comfort of your own home. The purpose of the homebusinesshelper.com is a Christian home business helping organization. We can provide you tools, we can provide you roadmaps, we can even provide you opportunities that you can choose to take advantage of. That's what we're all about here. I've noticed in this industry there's a huge failure rate. So when I've perfected my skills with over 20 years in the industry and learned from some of the best, and to give you an example who one of my biggest heroes was John Maxwell. To be able to study this guy over 10 years, go to seminars and meet him in person, be able to read his books. Oh, boy, it was really neat. You know, my lifetime hero as a child was Walter Payton. My real dream was to be an NFL football player. I mean, I was a fan of the Chicago Bears in 1986. And I just dreamed that would be it. My problem is, folks, I'm 5'5". Right now, just a little under 160 pounds. In high school, I wrestled at 108 pounds. The ball weighed almost as much as I did. My chances of being a professional NFL player were none. So I look at home business, folks, because in reality, if you're willing to roll up your sleeves, understand true entrepreneurship, master the basic fundamentals, you will not fail. Because earning from home, entrepreneurship, folks, it's not rocket science. It's an exact science. And we're going to share 7 fundamental pillars with you right now that have to be present in order to be able to create success in today's actual market. So with that being said, let's take a look at what these 7 foundational pillars are that have proven to be present in the ones that succeed. But before we do that, let's jump into some serious facts. 97% of all opportunities that are out there today, starting out with the ground floor opportunity, folks, they're going to go out of business in less than 3 months. 3 years' time. The majority in 6 months. That's a huge failure rate, folks. The 3% that do succeed in entrepreneurship, though, are responsible for holding 90% of the wealth in the United States. Think about that. If you look at it, 90% of the wealth is held by 3% of the population in the United States. The 3% all have one thing in common. They're entrepreneurs, not employees. Employment is a stepping stone to entrepreneurship. Some people spend a lifetime before they get it figured out. But if you want to see the facts, according to the Social Security Administration, the people reaching age 65 today, out of 100 of them, only three are able to retire financially independent. That's awful, folks. And that's on incomes less than $20,000 a year. That is horrible. Now, I'm just a messenger, but I'm showing you some facts here. The nice thing about the homebusinesshelper.com is we've got the experience in the industry. We've worked with the best of the best in the fields of entrepreneurship. And what we have the ability to show you is proven work habits and proven methods that will help you to succeed. When you do what the 3% do, you succeed like the 3% do. And that's really what the bottom line is. So if we look at the 3% that's made it and set the foundational pillars in play, they all had 7 things in common. And this is what those 7 things are. First, you got to be high touch, which is old school. People are part of business. And forming relationships with people is your first most fundamental skill that you have to do whether you work online or offline. Now, high touch basically means if we're being high touch, we're being personal. We're going to form relationships with people, whether we do it online, offline, over the phone, or in person. Building those relationships is key to your success. And it's really important. Now, can money be made strictly going high touch? Yeah. There's been tons of millionaires created over time just by working strictly face-to-face, belly-to-belly. But today, the age of the internet is in its infancy, and that's what's leading us to be able to combine old school of high touch with new school of high tech, which is option number 2. I've probably gone backwards on the board, but you understand what I'm saying? So let's take a look at that. High tech is important too. It's called embracing the power of the internet. And to give you an example of what that means, let's look at this from a professional standpoint. Some professional experts get irate because I'm revealing some secrets to the market, but really, folks, you need to understand this because it's not rocket science. It's an exact science that's going to help you to create the success that you deserve. Here at the Home Business Helper, we have a proven path. We're going to show you what all of that is. But your high tech is important. You got to be able to combine the internet with old school ways. Why? Because the internet's still young. It's in its infancy, really. It's just graduated out of its Pampers and diapers and into the pull-up pants. Not quite ready for real britches yet. That's a beautiful spot to be in business, and we're going to touch on that a little later in the presentation. But do you have the online tools that you need to be able to get online like I did today between the hours of 11 o'clock in the morning and 12 o'clock in the afternoon, Mountain Time Zone? I posted in some groups on Facebook, which is free to do, some links to one of the options we're talking about here tonight about how to have free lead generation systems. And what happened? People clicked on that link and automatically got into an email funnel where emails were pre-written with their name on it, automatically sent to them. I didn't have to do it right there at the second. It's utilizing technology to let them realize, 1, they're important to me as a leader. 2, we're going to respond to them as fast as we possibly can. With technology giving the person a feeling to feel important that quick, why wouldn't you want to embrace that when you're leading people to success with whatever opportunity that you're doing? So think about what I'm talking about, the tool like a capture page, a presentation that's got information that leads to a solution to a problem. Now, here at the Home Business Helper, we specialize in being able to offer solutions that save the consumer with no interest in building a business over $100 a month that they're already spending now, giving them better quality for less money. That's a win situation. Why? Because attrition that kills the most income potential in the most lucrative field of network marketing is when 10 people get started in your organization this month, and next month all 10 of them quit and you got to start all over again. What did they need? Well, Paul Zane Pilzer talks about health and wellness being the leading area with consumable products. And he's the leading economic forecaster in the world. Behind that is information online, the how to get it done, educational stuff. We have that available too. So when you look at two trends and realize that the Home Business Helper is allowing you to really embrace high tech by taking two separate trends and putting them in one place at the same time and allowing you to capitalize on them. What's really unique is inside of those two trends is about 5 more trends. So you really got about 7 or more trends that you can capitalize at once. Now, history is full of success that leaves clues. And when you can be in the middle, right at the beginning of a trend in motion, in other words, when the automobile went from 10% market domination to 80% market domination, that can only happen one time. And whoever was involved in that time period made a huge amount of money. Well, it used to be just one trend at a time. With the age of high tech, you can now capitalize on multiple trends at once, have multiple income streams, because think about it. What are you really doing to generate it? You're exposing a solution that's going to save somebody money that they're already spending now. So they've got an interest in what you have to offer, even if they're not interested in operating a business. Why not get paid to offer that solution? Doesn't that make sense? And when you have the ability to use the power of the internet, and you can put several different solutions in one spot for people to work on, it just means the more people you invite, the more options they have to choose from, the more chances you got of putting profits in your pocket. So think about what I'm saying. Old school is only one way. High tech is using several ways at once, combining you with several trends at once, positioning you in the beginning of a very beautiful thing. With the age of the internet, health and wellness, and online tools and the education behind how to use them, those trends are going to make historic wealth happen over the next 2 years like the world has never seen. Here at the Home Business Helper, you have the ability to embrace both of these. Now, this isn't going to be, wouldn't it be nice when it happens? This is going to happen with or without you and I. All I am is the messenger. I'm trying to teach you the basic instructions on how to be a master inviter and having everything that's proven to be successful in one spot, so they can see all the options and get the ones that work for them, and the ones they're uncomfortable with, well, they don't have to do. We've got 2 major playing fields with several trends in one place here. Understand that. Let's look at what's in demand. We're talking about solutions, and it has to be solutions. Why? Well, if I'm selling water filters, pain bracelets, whatever you call it on the market, what do you need next month? Do you need to buy another one when it's supposed to last you a year? Think about what I'm saying. Paul Zane Pilzer was right with consumable products. Also, the age of the e-commerce, age of internet, brings in online tools and the how-to parts. So we have all of that for you here at the Home Business Helper, but the nice thing is we've got solutions. And the kind of solutions we got, well, they're great. Allow me to take a couple of minutes to share them with you. Now, like I said, I'm a mountain boy from Troy, Montana. I own a ministry outreach. So I'm going to get a little comical and funny here, but I'm going to show you how you can capitalize on trends in a comical, fun way. I like to have fun when I'm creating success. I don't want to be too serious and try to come across like, oh, we're just going to push a button and make $1 million. You know, there's a sucker born every minute, and that's why 97% of the opportunities starting today are going to be out of business within 6 months' time, because they don't run with the truth. We're not afraid to show you the truth here. Folks, it costs money to start a business. It costs money monthly to operate a business, and it takes time, effort, and commitment to make that business produce profits. What we're talking to you about here is the ability to start free in some cases. And just when you start for free, understand this, as a professional trainer in this industry, starting for free simply means one thing and one thing only. You've got an identification number to an opportunity. That does not make you any money whatsoever. That means you got permission to share that opportunity. And when that opportunity is capitalized, money's generated, and then you're paid profits. That's the only way it works. You might get a 7-day free trial, but a free membership completely, still, it don't make you money. It takes the work habits of exposing it properly to the people who are looking for it. And we can do it old school, which just works face to face, word of mouth, belly to belly. We can do it new school with high tech using the power of the internet, where like I did earlier today, I posted in Facebook groups solutions about how to get leads. All entrepreneurs need a solution like that. All entrepreneurs need the education of how to market online that have never done it before. So these are solutions that people pay $500 to $50,000 to $100,000 for. You get these kind of solutions right in front of you for free. All you got to be able to do is be willing to look at the information and see the proven track record, go through the training in the back offices that gives you the instructions of how to by experts who have already earned 7 figures or more on a monthly basis. So you're not being taught by rookies. You're being taught by people that know what they're doing. We're not going to mislead you here. You're going to hear the truth here. And I promise you this, sometimes you won't always like the truth. I know I sure didn't. I didn't like the fact that I had to spend real money to get started on a serious level. You got to have some skin in the game to win it, folks. It's just the bottom line. Getting started for free allows a person that's destitute to be able to capitalize on opportunity and work their way up. Can it happen? And is it possible to earn big doing that here? Absolutely. If you've got work habits, they'll take care of you. Success always follows work habits. Action always fill bank accounts. Always remember that. So the solutions that we have, what are they? Well, let's take a look. I mean, you watch the NFL, we got the Super Bowl coming up. Think about that. While the NFL playoffs are going on, you turn on the television set, and what do you see commercials for? Pills. These pills are prescription pills. These pills are not cures. These pills are not proven. These pills have side effects that people experience, way more side effects, often way worse than what they're taking those pills for. But yet, the majority of the strongest spending power in the world is spending their money on them daily to the tune of $10 to $30 per day for these solutions that are not cures that require prescriptions. So what if we could show them a natural solution that we can't call a cure, but it has proven testimonies behind it? That's pretty powerful. When we can look at the most lucrative market of health and wellness and recognize, let's look at energy drinks, $50 billion a year market by the end of this decade. What's the problem with them? They're unhealthy. We've all seen the news. So if you can get a healthy energy drink that's proven to be good for the body with nothing wrong with it for you for less than $2, when people are spending $3 to $7 a piece for these things 3 to 4 times a day, do you realize you're saving over $100 a month by having a healthy one for $2, over $10 a day? If they're spending $12, $3 a day on 3 energy drinks, right? Cheap ones, $2.99. So if they drink 3 of those a day, that's what, 9, right? So take a look at that. What if they drink 3 of them? That much money per day. Let's up it to 4 of them a day, right? That's $12 a day. And they can have that same energy drink for $2. They'd save $10 a day. That's over $300 a month, transferring their spending to a better, actual healthy energy drink. Do you see the solution? This is something they would purchase without a business. And when you have a business that has products that people will purchase even with no business attached to it that are proven like this, that's a sweet spot to be in. So if they're not interested in a home business, they are interested in a solution. They like energy drinks. They want ones that are healthy for them, and they surely want to save over $300 a month. Why not? Now let's look at another solution. Think about what I'm saying here. How about weight loss? I mean, we're coming up on the Christmas time just got over with. We just finished that. I know. How about Thanksgiving? You know, this is the holiday. Everybody's gaining weight. So Christmas time's over. New Year's resolutions set in. Most common one is weight loss. So what if you could put a mint in your mouth that's got clinical studies behind it to be able to be a meal replacement for $2? You got $2 complete meal replacement. Think about what I'm saying here. Want a meal to put the 4 basic food groups on the plate. just purchasing the 4 basic food groups, not even preparing the meal, average at 12 to 15 bucks, depending on what state you live in and where you shop for your groceries at. But think about that. When you can replace a meal and have everything you need for 2 bucks, transfer that spending, replacing 1 meal a day. And what did you do? If you spent on the low side 12 bucks for the 4 basic food groups, by transferring your spending to that mint, woo, that saved you $10 a day. What could you do with an extra $300 a month? Now that's a product that you would have an interest in with no business attached, because it offers you 2 solutions in one. That's what solution marketing is all about. Let's look at another solution that we see advertised on TV. Now, like I said, we're going to have some fun with this. I do own a ministry outreach, so I got to be careful how I say this. But we're talking about pills with side effects, okay? There's a blue pill out there on the market that you can take, and it allows you to make sure that you can perform to expectations of your spouse. Now, people spend over $10 a day for this pill that has side effects to it that can be pretty comical. And here's an example of what I'm saying. Imagine making this 911 call because you trusted that pill and went and got a prescription for it. Hello, my name is Earl. Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you. This is not a prank call. I realize this is 911, but I was reading the bottle on this pill that I took that was a prescription pill, so I could be all I could be for my wife, so to speak. And I'm happy to report that the pill worked just fine, but that 4-hour condition that you're talking about, honey, I'm a professional speaker. I've got to speak in front of a room of 10,000 people in a little less than 1 hour. And this 4-hour condition is still here. It's not going away. Can you help me? Folks, when you have the ability to save over $10 a day and not have to endure a side effect like that, doesn't a solution like that make sense to you? Now, I just showed you a very Christian way to handle a major solution like that. Now, these trends are followed up by several more trends with the same kind of potential in our link, projecthealthywealth.com, in our blog, thehomebusinesshelper.com. Project Healthy Wealth is owned by a friend of mine who I happened to work with him in a different company, and I thought he retired. He trained people with no experience to go from 0 to $1 million income in 6 months' time. And that gentleman over the last couple years has trained about 10 other people to go from 0 to $1 million. So when the guy that owns projecthealthywealth.com called me and said, Earl, we're looking for some leaders, and I think you're a good leader, have for my team. Well, it was an honor for me to accept Randy Heaton's invitation. It's not every day an owner of a major opportunity company calls you up and asks you to be a leader with what they got. I was thrilled. I was honored. I was blessed. Now, when we're talking about consumable products, we're talking about products that are guaranteed 100% of your money back. So you try the product out. If it doesn't work to your expectations, send the bottle back to the company. Get your money back for a full refund. What have you got to lose? There's no risk to try out these solutions. So think about what a benefit that is. Now, from a business standpoint, you're going to have to share solutions. So if you've got any of these products and you're working with our company, now's a good time to break out those products and let the people sample them, let them taste those mints. You know, it's powerful what happens when you can combine reality with what you're seeing, like in this live presentation here right now. So we've talked about solutions as far as solutions with health and wellness. And that link is in our blog under projecthealthywealth.com. Now let's look at another solution. What entrepreneur doesn't need leads? Now this is a separate company, and it's a great solution because if you're having success with a network marketing company, I promise you this. They're going to call you on the phone, and everybody who is anybody's going to be trying to contact you and recruit you into their opportunity. And usually what happens, you end up on the phone with them and you end up in a contest. My opportunity is better than yours. And nobody wins. Everybody's got hurt feelings. The Home Business Helper puts a solve to that. with the leadproject.biz, you're able to offer that person a lead generation. I'm sure you got an opportunity that's phenomenal, but like you, I'm loyal to the company I'm working with. But what if I could show you a way that you could spend an hour like Earl did earlier today, and I'm Earl, earlier today from 11 in the morning until 12 p.m. in the afternoon, 1 hour. I posted in less than 30 groups on Facebook a solution. Over 7 people opted to that solution and came into my list. So I built a name list and brought people onto my team in less than an hour without even making a phone call. That's the beauty of technology. That's the beauty of being able to generate leads. And when you can get your hands on a system like the leadproject.biz that will allow you to generate leads in an hour to the tune of 7 like I did today, that's very amazing, folks. You don't need to avoid opportunity like that. Now, here's the thing. When you got a lead generation system and you realize all entrepreneurs need leads, it gives you something like a solution. Now, any business owner that can get 3 to 7 to 100 leads a day, and they see that that system is real, they will pay you $30 a month for that system. They don't pay you, they pay the company. The company's going to thank you for referring that customer that's there every month, paying $30 a month so they can have the tools they need to generate leads without being glued to that phone every single day, hour after hour. It's a nice solution. I'm not saying that you don't use the phone. In fact, we can teach you to use the phone. The whole idea is to combine high tech and high touch. But there are those out there that want to use lead generation. And all the companies are scared to teach it. I'm here to tell you, you need to embrace the power of the internet when it's there. So when you got a system that can teach you lead generation, give you every kind of education you want to know how to market anything online or take anything offline online, that's powerful. You can give this system away free to other entrepreneurs. Isn't that powerful? Think about what I'm saying. Now, they can learn to get leads. What happens? The company pays you $20 a month for the life of those accounts for as long as they exist, and there's royalties on top of that that can be billed as well. So it allows you a universal tool that you could operate with other entrepreneurs with. So when you have those kind of abilities, think about what I'm saying, folks. You've got a stable, you got in-demand solutions. Next, the fourth thing we got is a stable company. Both of these opportunities are debt-free. Both of them are Christian companies. Both of them are on their second year. So things are looking pretty good. Look at the health and wellness project, healthywealth.com. When Randy Heaton started that opportunity, he knew how to do it right. After earning millions of dollars in the industry, training millionaires for over 15 years, he just took cash up front. Paid the best product companies, the companies that all the biggest and the best companies have their ingredients made and mixed together at. Those companies. He said, hey, make me the second to market, best of the best in the trends. I'll pay you up front. I want $4 million worth of inventory to start a world record team with. And that's exactly what he did to position everything to be in place. So you got solutions that are consumable products that you can share with other people risk-free. Think about what I'm saying. So as you can see, the stable is really important in number 4. The positioning, you're at that 10 to 80%. You're right at the beginning of that. You're one of the first people on the planet to even hear about these opportunities today. And you can get started so easily. It's beautiful, folks. Let's take a look at next. We got a proven earning system. What are we going to do to make the money? I'm going to go into that in a minute. It's not going to take me long to explain it. So we got a proven system. What are you going to do to make the money on a daily basis? Now, it's important I explain this to you because think about it this way. Most opportunity companies out there, they want to mislead you. They want to tell you, oh, you can get in for next to nothing, don't spend any money, and oh, bam, you're making thousands of dollars a week. That never happens. Can you really earn $10,000 in 90 days on part-time efforts? Absolutely. And for those of you that have been patient, I'm getting ready to unlock that door right now. I'm going to show you a proven path that will work for you if you're willing to roll up your sleeves, put a little skin in the game, and go to work. Little skin in the game means you invest a little money to do it. Yeah, it's costs money to start a business. That's just how it works. So let's take a look at the seventh thing. We're doing all of this to make a difference. At thehomebusinesshelper.com, we're a ministry outreach, and we understand the importance of being able to make a difference in the lives of others. Our church has an organization that we sponsor and support called Children of Promise. It allows kids in a third world country in Africa to be able to have food, clothing, and shelter. You can adopt a child. I think it's less than $40 a month. Anyhow, proceeds from everything that happens with thehomebusinesshelper.com. Every monthly residual generated through this team, there's going to be a percentage of that goes to take care of these children. And I'm not doing this to be warm and fuzzy. I'm doing this because I've been in the industry 20 years of my life. And if I'm going to work really hard at creating massive success, exposes something on a massive scale, I want it to be worth something. I want it to make a difference. The homebusinesshelper.com is designed to help people achieve. We give you our Home Business Helper training station. You can take the training out of that in that section and utilize that with any network marketing company and create nothing but success for yourself. So there's very valuable stuff here that we have because we lead with love. That's really a true way to go. So we understand we're doing this to make a difference. We're not just doing it to try to make you feel all warm and fuzzy. Look at the kids we're helping out. No, nobody else is going to help those kids. Yes, it's not in America. Yes, it's in Africa. Who's going to help them if we don't? The bottom line is we're here to help God's children. That's what Jesus put us here for, folks. So let's get off the soapbox and on to the real roadmap, okay? What are we going to do? Success leaves clues, history is proof. 5 proper exposures a day, 5 days a week, which is 25 exposures. 5 exposures a day times 5 days a week is 25 exposures per week times 4 weeks. That's 125 exposures in a month. But you want to do these exposures properly, like letting somebody sample the product while they're watching this very video right now or this live hangout. Use this as a tool, folks. That's why it's being recorded. Okay? So we're looking at 5 proper exposures a day. How many hours does it take? Well, about a half hour per exposure. But let's say on the long side, an hour per exposure. That's 25-hour work week. So we're still on a part-time basis. After 1 month, that's 500 proper exposures. After 3 months, that simple work habit on part-time efforts completes 1,500 proper exposures. We are going to fail 1,380 times. Famous author Zig Ziglar, and if you're not a reader, you're not a leader, I promise you. Secrets of Closing a Sale is probably the best book you could ever get your hands on as an entrepreneur, next to this one by Eric Worre called Go Pro in the home business industry. So think about what I'm talking about, folks. Anyhow, Zig Ziglar says you help enough people get what they want, what you want is going to come to you naturally. It's really important to understand these kind of things. So what are we going to do? We're going to fail 1,380 times. We're going to fail our way to the top. We're going to succeed 20 times out of 1,500 at bringing them into the business opportunity. What are they going to do? Well, they're recognizing we're looking at a 90-day roadmap. And if we're going to give out samples of the health and wellness products at each exposure, that means we need enough samples to do 1,500 exposures. That's not free. But imagine this. You're looking at an investment of less than $1,100 to have that. You leverage that on a credit card. Your payments on that is $150, $160 maximum per month. Now, if you're actually putting the 25 hours a week in, doing 5 proper exposures a day, 5 days a week, you're going to work the odds where you are going to fail 1,380 times, but 20 times the people are going to say, yeah, I want to set myself up with enough product so I can give out samples for 1 work quarter and have what I need. When I recognize the fact that this startup pack, if I think I've been misled, 30 days down the road, I can send it back to the company for a full refund minus shipping and handling, or a full refund. I mean, where's your risk? There's no risk to set yourself up to succeed with what you need, folks. It costs money to start a business. Why not leverage it out on a credit card? If the payment's only $150 a month, look at the potential of money here. 20 of them said, yes, I want to prepare myself for 90 days. That brought in $4,000 in fast start bonuses. 4K is what's in that circle. $4,000 in fast start bonuses. Now, 20 of them also need the tools, the online tools, to be high tech and high touch. That's $400 in monthly residuals, $20 an account for each one. 20 times 20 is 400. Look at that. It's pretty simple math, but that's monthly residuals. They need those tools every month because they need leads every month. So what else happens? The consumable products. They pick one out of the several of them that saves them over $10 a day. That gives them 100 of them to say, yes, I don't want the business, but yes, I want that consumable product that saves me over $300 a month. I'll take that product. So 100 of them said yes. That brings you $1,000 in residual income monthly from your efforts. So when you take a look at that first work quarter, it kind of makes sense to put in 5 presentations a day, 5 days a week, complete 1,500 in that first work quarter, fail 1,380 times. 20 of them joined the business. 20 of them had bought the online tools to operate their businesses with, and 100 of them said no to the business, but they wanted to use a solution to the problem that they faced, which brought you $1,000 in residual income. Guess what? That gives you over $4,000 right there. That's about, that's nice, not bad for one work quarter. Now, online tools that we have through the leadproject.biz. There's a program in there called Social Profit Academy. And you could pay for this advertising program to understand how to advertise professionally on the social networks. Look at it this way. The old way to really hit the box big was to be able to get an ad on television, and you could expose to millions of people. But look how much it costs, thousands and thousands of dollars. And for every $12,000 you spend in advertising, only $2,000 brings in 80% of the business that you have. But what if you understood the fundamentals of the advertising in social networks, and you didn't have to spend that much money to get it out there in front of millions of people? What if it was $10 a day on an ad that could bring you hundreds to thousands of dollars of business? What if what I'm talking about is the truth? And there's actual case studies of this, giving you the keys to the advertising kingdom, all in a home education course with proven case studies where people have done exactly what I'm talking to you about. Created a list of names over 200 in one day off one ad that was $10. Think about utilizing the internet like that. That program, Social Profit Academy, I spent $500 for it. Is the best $500 I ever spent to get that kind of education. Now, when you do that and you own the product, you can sell it to somebody else. They purchase it for $500, and the company's going to pay you a $400 thank you. Now, if you're doing 5 presentations a day and 5 entrepreneurs say, no, I don't want none of that, but I do want to know how to advertise on the social networks with a proven system that's got actual case studies and video results like that, I'll spend $500 so I can make sure that when I'm spending $12,000 in advertising, that 80% of it's effective, not disineffective like television ads. Really, think about it. It's great to have a tool that pays you like that. But if 5 people said, yeah, that makes sense to me, but I don't want to build a business, guess what? That's $2,000 that you just made in one day. And there's 30 days in a month, and you get started at theleadproject.biz for free. Now, when you combine Social Profit Academy with all this other income, do you realize if just 10 people said yes to Social Profit Academy in your first work quarter, that's $4,000 in commissions on top of the $4,000 of commissions we showed you up here. And all I showed you up here was 2 ways of pay. There's actually over 8 more that I didn't even mention. So at the last of this presentation, I've shown you the money. Now we're going to get down to the brass tacks of things. Really, when it comes down to business, can you get started for free? Yes, it just gets you an ID number. You got to have some skin in the game. If you're leveraging that money on the credit card and you only did half in 90 days, what we showed here, you leveraged $1,000 and all you made was $2,000. Well, that's 100% return on your investment in 90 days. Do you realize when people start a business in the business world, a brick and mortar business, average between $50,000 and $500,000 just to get started? If it's a McDonald's franchise, over $1 million, then you got to go to school first. Woo! That's a lot of money to spend just to start a business. Here at thehomebusinesshelper.com, to position yourself to make the real big bucks and commit yourself to a simple set of work habits. You can leverage all that on a credit card, have monthly payments under $150 a month. And if you only succeed, you know, we showed you failing 1,300 times. What if you failed way more than that in that first work quarter and all you made was $2,000? 100% return on an investment like that. When you look at brick and mortar businesses, $50,000 to $500,000 to $1 million, they're lucky to even break even after 5 years of 90 hours a week, sweat, blood, and tears. You couldn't ask for a better option. Now, here's what I know, folks. If I told you I had a Jaguar that was worth $85,000 with a brand new, still got stickers in the window in my driveway, and I'm going to let you have it for $5,000. You can have it. All you got to do is find a way to get $5,000. Within the end of the day, almost anybody could go out there and find $5,000 that they could put on that Jaguar so they could have a sure deal that's worth $80,000. This entrepreneurial thing that I'm talking to you about has the ability to be worth millions of dollars to you within 1 year of dedicated work efforts, just like I've shared here with you. When it's risk-free, 30 days into it, if you think I'm crazy, you're 40 days into it, you can send everything back to the company for a full refund minus shipping and handling. Where's your risk to have what you need to succeed? Okay? If you want entrepreneurship bad enough, some people are afraid to tell you got to spend money to make money. I'm not afraid to tell you got to spend money to make money. What we show you here at the Home Business Helper is if you don't have the money to do it, you can work your way up to it. And that's the beauty. Not everybody can afford it, but for those who can, I mean, leveraging $1,100 on a credit card to have what you need to succeed for a 90-day work quarter to position yourself to make more than $10,000, that just makes sense. Everything I showed you is not rocket science. It's an exact science. And when you have the dedication to roll up your sleeves with a live coach like myself, who's been there and done that in the industry, who's connected to other coaches like the one I mentioned, Randy Heaton, who's taken people from zero to over $1 million in 6 months with no prior experience. And that individual's with another company now. He's already broke over 10 people from zero to $1 million. When you have the chance to plug into coaches like that, what's stopping you from that kind of success? We're not here to take advantage of you. We're here to lead you to the success that you deserve. Now, don't make the same mistakes I did. I just worked one MLM company even 6 years ago. I built the company up really big in 10 different states, had over 40 people on my team in 10 different states. And it took me 3 months to do that. And I'd never done it online before. That was just my first shot at it. And what happened is a lead generation company come around and wiped my whole downline, all 3 months worth of work right out from underneath me because they could show them how to get leads for their business. Nobody else could. The Home Business Helper was put together so whether you have a network marketing company or not, you can earn right away with real work habits. You can position yourself to succeed, or you can buy your way into the position to be very successful quickly. Either way, you have to work for the money. It's not a free lunch, folks. But for those of you that are willing to recognize opportunity and act on it now, if you get started at this $1,000 pack and you do that before our next hangout Thursday, 2 days from tonight, We're going to set up appointments 3, 5, and 7 on next Tuesday and 3, 5, and 7 on next Thursday, only for those people that take advantage of this opportunity tonight and get started at that $1,000 pack and leverage that money on the credit card. I will personally coach you at I will put on a live event at 3, 5, and 7, and you will be able to come. And what are we going to do? I'm going to show you how to add 5 people to your contact list and have them enrolled into your list. I'll know who you are because you purchased that pack. We will definitely make sure I got your ID numbers, not mine. And those 5 people that we put on the list will be on your list. They will be your people. They will be your downline. That's a pretty powerful offer. But I'm making that as a coach. If you're willing to step up to the plate, go big, and set yourself up to succeed, I'll put my time, effort into you. And I'm going to do that this week. We're looking for leaders right now. And if you like what you've seen on this board, we're not asking you to break any of God's laws or man's laws. We're asking you to smack the ball out of the park with help each step of the way. The bottom line is, don't you deserve the success? I've worked with several people that have gone from zero to millions of dollars on a monthly basis over 20 years in this industry. The one thing these people have in common is when they see a solution to a problem, they don't need to think about it. It's an action they can take right away. All we've talked to you about is how to capitalize on several major trends in one universal place. The amount of money we've talked to you about spending is peanuts compared to starting a business. And when it's risk-free, what have you got to lose? Folks, it's time for you to succeed. You deserve to earn. Get started today. Come join us. Click on the link below in the comments section. You'll be glad you did. You'll see that this was not a waste of your time tonight. And if you're watching this while it's being recorded, I've got special bonuses between now and Thursday. If you decide to come in at the $1,000 pack, no matter where you're at, through ProjectHealthyWealth.com, I will make sure that we're going to build you a list of 5 people and have 5 people on that list. We'll set the appointments at 3, 5, and 7 p.m. We'll do this on a live Google Hangout just like this, and I will demonstrate with my own work habits exactly how we're going to do this for you, and it'll be recorded so you could use it as a tool. This is how I followed my coach on one day. Got 5 people I'd never met before that were not friends or family on my list that had an interest in being successful. That's pretty powerful. And when you can start your career with a story like that, why wouldn't you want to? You got help here each step of the way. Please keep our nation's leaders in your prayers. Thanks for taking the time to see a proven roadmap to the success that you deserve. I look forward to meeting you in person, over the phone, online, or at one of our events. God bless you.